primary focus is a project in northeastern Brazil called Pedra Branca, and it is a palladium and platinum project.
Hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics. Thank you for joining in as always. And I'm here with my friend Jim Paterson of Valore Metals, a platinum group company. Jim was just talking about the markets and a lot of the exciting things going on, although fortunately he was kind enough to stick around. Give a quick overview of Valore, the exposure they have to some different assets, and basically if you're looking for that, get a quick overview of what they're offering with their projects. So Jim, thanks again for being here. How are you doing today, sir?
Chris, I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
Well, I appreciate that. And can you give us an overview? You're an exploration company, so what that looks like, what the risk profile is there, what you're exploring, so people can know right off the bat what you're offering.
Sure. Yeah. We have roughly a 25 million Canadian market capitalization. We trade on the Venture Exchange, which is the Toronto Venture Exchange in Canada. The ticker symbol is VO. And we have a uranium project in northern Canada called Angelac, but our primary focus is a project in northeastern Brazil called Pedra Branca, and it is a palladium and platinum project. So a PGM project, as you said. One of the things that we look for, we look for three things as a company, as a group really. When we look at these exploration projects, we look for that massive district scale. So we look for something that's got a lot of exploration potential. And if we're successful as explorers, a major mining company will come in and think it's worth their while to acquire us. We look for expenditures by previous operators that give us a leg up, so that or local infrastructure that will give us a leg up. So that's roads and ports and exploration data and drill holes and things that we can leverage off to move it forward. And then we look for maybe a project that didn't get as much TLC as we think it merits. So have they been driving hard to answer questions? Have they been using technologies or innovations to the best of their abilities? And when all those three things come together, if we see an opportunity, we've got the exploration credentials, the M&A experience, and the capital raising ability to go after projects that we think are good and undervalued. And Pedra Branca is definitely one of those projects. We acquired it last year, and now we've been systematically trying to answer questions, as I said in the lead-in, which is we've got a really good team that's deploying exploration activities to try to answer questions. Firstly, to determine upside. So we're looking for growth. We're looking for big drilling intervals with mineralization that show that the thing could be bigger, or maybe have more examples of mineralization or deposits across this large land package, which is over 50 kilometers in strike. Or we're trying to reduce risks. So we're looking at ways where if we're developing this project, how can we reduce costs by reducing waste or using innovations to make the project more valuable or more viable in the processing or delivery of product to market. So that's what we're doing. We've got a great Brazilian team. I've been so impressed, and it's been crazy with COVID that none of us have been down there at all in 2020. But we've got this fantastic Brazilian team that's just eating it up and advancing the project, and super high quality communication, obviously with things like Zoom and regular calls. We've really kept it together, but a very strong Canadian team, very strong group in Discovery Group and Valore, and then this really strong Brazilian team advancing this very high quality PGM project.
Yeah, and Jim, I was listening to one of your other interviews this morning. You can tell me if I'm capturing the linguistics correctly here, but you said basically investors are hiring you for your exploration chops, your expertise in that phase of the business, and that you have an exit plan. You're not trying to do everything, and that there's a certain point as things are advanced, then you're not going to be the guy running it, because you pass it to the person where that's their skill set and expertise. So along those lines, I guess, give folks an idea of what will determine if ultimately the venture is successful. What are the things to watch out for? What is it that at the heart of it that will determine that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you captured it linguistically. I think that I desperately want to be exposed as a fraud. Like, who is this clown who's running this company? There's so much competition for the asset in the company that they look at me and they say, we've got to get rid of this guy and take over his job and get all the glory. And I'd be very happy if that happened. Yeah, but we have a group that has expertise and a real passion for exploration and discovery, and we love it because we have seen that it adds so much value. So for us, what we would measure as success would be a takeout at a premium, a bidding war for the asset that we have shepherded along. That's the goal. That's what we're shooting for. And if we're supported by shareholders along the way, I mean, it's never a straight line. It's highly risky and it's very capital intensive. So you got to pick a team that can see, has a vision for the exit and has a plan to get you there. And it may seem crazy, but our plan right now is spending money on exploration. We think that will add a lot of value, and we think it'll answer a lot of questions. And I think we can deliver something to those global players where we can say it's worth your time because it's big, it's high grade, it's high margin, it's in the right jurisdiction, and it's something that you need to move into your portfolio. That's what we're doing. That's what we're attempting to do with the work that we're doing right now.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. And we're going to link to your corporate presentation. So for folks that want to get more information, see the numbers, see the details, that will be coming your way in a second. Although, Jim, before we get to that, can you just give folks the website where they can get more information and anything else they should be aware of?
Sure. Just go to valoremetals.com, and then on the right-hand side, you can see something there. Your cursor is right over at investors. You just click on that. You can go to the presentations at the bottom. You can click on the news. We've got a very active news calendar planned for Q4. We've got a lot that will be publicly announced or disclosed because we've been doing a lot of work. And as that work comes in and we review it, we kind of synthesize it down and get it out to the marketplace. And we've been really busy. So I'm looking forward to Q4, but just because the news flow will be so significant versus relative to the rest of the year.
Well, I'm excited about that because right down here you can sign up for the newsletter like Chris did, and I've been getting your updates, which I appreciate, and it's been fun following along. So Jim, thank you for that brief update, and we'll look forward to following how it's going. And folks at home, to see the full corporate presentation, well, you don't even have to type anything in because it's coming your way now.